we already completed first chapter, that is Introduction to Partnership. Now friends, we already grabbed 4 marks out of it. Yes, you know that paper pattern. But now what about this? Chapter 2. Okay, we'll do chapter 2 afterwards. Because first, let's try to capture the marks which are very easy to score, so can build the confidence. And so, today in this session, we are starting with chapter 3, that is goodwill. If our will is good, can create goodwill. So it all depends. While starting a business, while doing business, we have lots of examples, that the goodwill of XYZ firm is on peak, and then after say 2, 3, 5 years, it's at bottom, or vice versa. Goodwill of ABC firm is almost at bottom, means no one recognized the value of that business, and after a few years it's huge. That's what I want to make you aware, that while doing business, if our will is good, we can create goodwill. First of all, marking pattern. You can get 6 valuable marks from this chapter. 6 marks, yes. 1 MCQ, 1 VSQ, and section D. Which one? Section D. 4 marks. First question. It will be your question number 2727. It is of goodwill. 4 marks, yes. So 1 MCQ, 1 very short question, and 1 4-mark question. Overall 6 marks. And friends, here 6 marks is not the only important thing. See, in majority of the short questions, what is the actual benefit you should get? That is to save time also. For goodwill, you are having approximately 7 minutes to solve the entire question of goodwill. That is 4-mark question. Yes, you are having 7 minutes approx. And you will be surprised to know that we have 2 methods. We have different methods of calculation of goodwill, but we have 2 methods which you can easily solve individually, which you can easily solve within 3 to 5 minutes. Yeah, if they ask a particular method named simple average method, you can solve this particular question maybe within say 3 minutes or max 4 minutes. Or if they ask another method, that is weightage average method, again definitely you can solve within 4.5 minutes. And in that case, you can save 2.5, 3 valuable minutes from this particular question. And if you are having say 4 or 5 this kind of questions across the paper, then you imagine if you are having 5 papers, 5 questions rather in the paper, then in 5 questions, if you save average 3 minutes, you can save 15 minutes, 1-5. You, I think, understand very well what do we mean by 15 minutes while appearing board paper. It's obviously unbelievable savings. And whenever you are having some savings, you can invest it. So you can invest this particular 15 minutes in long questions of admission, retirement, share capital, or even final accounts. And so from today onwards, from this session onwards, you must decide that I am going to save maximum minutes by clearing all the concepts of this particular chapter. Let's continue with the chapter. The name itself suggests goodwill. Now, naturally, whenever we are going to start any of the topic, we used to start with introduction. So for introduction, what we used to say, what is goodwill? What is goodwill? No. In this case, the answer is not allowed that when the will is good, it is goodwill. Here you have to say that goodwill, which type of asset it is. Goodwill is non-current asset. Goodwill is non-current asset. You know that we are having two types of asset. Current asset and non-current. Non-current asset is also known as fixed asset. Yes. So goodwill is non-current asset, and not only non-current, not only fixed, even in non-current asset, there are two parts. One, which include one, tangible asset, another, intangible asset. What is tangible asset? What is intangible? See, I am not going to explain thoroughly like we were doing in 11th. You must know a little bit. Still, in short, I can say tangible assets means the assets which you can touch, see, like that. For example, this board. Yes, in real sense, this board can add this in furniture and fixtures. So I can say this is a fixed asset, non-current asset. And that also sub-part is tangible. We are talking about this board. So tangible asset. In the same way, goodwill is non-current asset, but it is intangible asset. Is it okay? Now why it is intangible asset? Because the assets which you cannot touch, see, feel, such assets are known as intangible assets. But again, an important matter, it is an asset. Intangible, but an asset. Because it is having some monetary value. Goodwill, another assets also, intangible assets. Actually, the topic is goodwill. But basically we are having 3-4 intangible assets. Except goodwill, still we are having patent, copyright, trademark. All these are intangible assets. For all, you can have monetary value, but you can't see goodwill, you can't feel goodwill, you can't touch goodwill. In lighter way we can say, or in example point of view, what is goodwill? You understand very well. Still, say you are having a plot. You are having a plot, a piece of land in a posh area of a city, and at the same time you are having a plot, piece of land in slum area, less developed area, or rather I can say undeveloped area of the same city. City will remain same. Size of plot and everything will remain same. What do you think? If you want to sell that clothes, are you going to get equal amount for both of that plot? Say the posh area plot will give you 1 crore. What do you think? The slum area plot, undeveloped areas plot, it will also give you 1 crore? No. Even your heart also says no. Then, now you may say 50 lakh and 40 lakh and 30 lakh and see whatever may be the answer. We are not connected with the answer, we are connected with the concept at present. And so let me tell you, whatever the amount you secured from the plot you are having in posh area, in luxurious area, obviously you are having lot of less amount, remarkable less amount from the plot you are having of slum area or undeveloped area. Why? Because the reputation of that posh area, of that luxurious area is different, and reputation of that undeveloped area is different. Am I right? So let's continue with picking that particular word, reputation. Meaning of goodwill. Meaning contains two major portions. One, value of that word, value of reputation of firm or business, whatever we say. Value, here value obviously means monetary value. Monetary value of reputation of firm. Other one, reputation, how can we create? Or what type of monetary value? How much? Of profit earning over normal profit. Please try to understand the meaning properly. This particular topic. If you understand this, it will be useful to you in theory also. At the same time, it will be very much useful to you in practical questions too. Okay? What do we mean by normal profit? Can you tell me? You say, sir, whatever the profit we are earning is normal. If that profit is normal, how is it possible to have profit earning over normal profit, more than normal profit? So here it is important to understand what is normal profit. Normal profit means profit earned from the similar type of business. The other firms, say we are having a cold drink business. Then whatever the profit earned from our business, we must compare with the industry's average. Now again, the word, what do we mean by industry? Industry means there are so many same type of units, and the combination of that units is known as industry. Say garment industries, ready-made garment industries, food and beverages industries, say FMCG, fast moving consumer goods, FMCG industries, construction industries. So in the same way, we should compare, we are having ordinary business, we should compare our profit with the average profit of our industry. Say other 8 manufacturers are there having same business like us. If their average profit, listen carefully, if their average profit is say 2 crores, 2 CR, and if our profit is 3 CR, listen, if the average, again I am using the word average, not of a particular firm, if the average of industry is 2 CR, 2 crore average profit, then it is considered as normal profit. And when we are earning more than that average, obviously we are creating the value of our business. We are enhancing the monetary value of our business, of our firm day by day. And that's why we are having some extraordinary firms in our country. If you go through, say, good financial newspapers, every now and then you can read such kind of news. that India's 5 companies ranked in top 100 companies of the world, and so on. Because day by day our company's turnover, our company's profit, our company's reputation, and so our company's goodwill increasing in the market, in the world market. So again, value, monetary value of reputation of firm. How can we create monetary value? It depends on the profit earning capacity over normal profit. Okay? So whatever the additional profit we are earning, then the industry's average, which is known as normal profit. That additional value is considered as goodwill. Is it clear? Indirectly you can use the word super profit also, which is a method of this chapter. I will explain you later on. Where to record? One of the most important matter. Where we should record the goodwill? Yeah, in final accounts only. Why I am using this word? One of the most important, because frequently they used to ask this kind of question or the information of this particular topic as MCQ or VSQ. So it's important. But mind well, whenever we are saying that it's an important one, does not mean that it's a tough one. Important means tough. Don't make such kind of equation. It's very easy to remember. Let's remember it in parts. First of all, where to record? Format. In which format of final accounts? In balance sheet. First of all, the format. Then, which side? In balance sheet, we are having only 2 sides. You know it very well. One is, yes, liability. Another is asset. So, in balance sheet, on asset side, in balance sheet, on asset side, and the third one is, okay, on asset side. But again, how to record? On asset side, there are some titles. Under the main title, non-current asset. And subtitle, intangible asset. As I say over here, non-current assets are having 2 portions. One, fixed asset, another, current asset. Fixed means non-current, intangible, tangible. 2 parts. Assets having 2. Non-current, current. Non-current is having 2 subparts. One is, that is tangible, another is intangible. Okay? So here goodwill is to be recorded in balance sheet on asset side under the title of non-current asset, fixed asset, subtitle intangible asset. Is it okay? Sure? Just go through it once. Joilo Aranti. Then we are continuing with the next topic, that is factors affecting valuation of goodwill. But first of all, go through this properly. If you have any doubt, any question, just refer again. Obviously, every doubt will be clear. Specifically, what is normal profit? Normal profit means the average profit earned by industry. Now what do we mean by industry? Industry means the group of companies having similar type of business. We can't compare the profit of cold drink business with cement manufacturing business. But naturally. So we must compare the profit of cold drink business with another cold drink business only to get the exact picture. Let's give you a last but very simple example. You compare your 10th result with someone's LKG or first standard result. Obviously you say, sir, that is not fair. In 10th, we secured 85%, 90%. But in LKG or first standard, your cousin may secure 99%. Does it mean you are dull? No, because your comparison is wrong. Your comparison is wrong. But in 10th, if you secured 85%, and if your friend studying with you is secured 90%, in that case we can say you are still having a chance to improve and to beat that person. Or if you secured 85% and your friend studying with you, similar type of, are securing 70%, then we can say you create goodwill, not the monetary value, but you enhance your value of your mark sheet. Okay? In the similar way, normal profit means profit earned by group of firms doing similar business. Okay? Just go through this particular part. Clear your doubts. I am giving you just 10 seconds, 10-15 seconds, because we already spent a lot of time. Then we are continuing with the theoretical portion, another topic. That is also important because we are going to fetch 2 marks, one of MCQ, another of VSQ from the theory. Okay? So just go through it properly. Good. Hope you covered the topics. You feel, sir, how is it possible to cover these topics in very small time? But friends, this online platform. So the benefit you are having is, if you are not feeling comfortable with the time limit, but sir, you are giving 10-15 seconds and then moving further, you can rewind it and sit at your convenient time. And it's better also, because when you are going to rewind the lecture, when you are going to again play the lecture, it's a kind of revision for you people. Okay? Now let's continue with the second topic. That second topic is factors affecting valuation of goodwill. Factors affecting valuation of goodwill. Which factors? Actually, goodwill obviously affected by so many factors. Here we write just few of them. Few of them. There are actually so many factors, but all are not covered in your syllabus. At the same time, in practical field, we cannot write theories. In practical field, we have to behave practically. In theoretical fields, obviously, we used to go through theoretical topics. Again, no chronological order. No need to remember first nature of business, second location, third. No need to remember, no need to print like that. Okay? Normally they are not going to ask a lengthy question from this, because the mark sheet gives you one MCQ and one VSQ. But the important thing is that as a very short question, I can ask. Yes, I can ask, explain how nature of business affect goodwill of the business, or discuss how market situation makes change in the amount of goodwill. Now in that case, if you don't know anything about factors, or if you just read the titles, then for you, it's a loss of 1 mark. And whenever we are learning this chapter, when we are using these words, that profit earning over the normal profit, and we are making loss-making business, entire thing, friends. So you must understand this each and every one clearly. It's given in your textbook too. So go through the textbook also. Make some examples for each and everything. I am going to give you, yes. You can write also in your textbook or in the class also. That with nature of business, you can write one or two examples. With location of business, you can write one or two examples. Okay? But that is to be done by you. Because if I am giving you everything, and if you are not doing it properly, you will have nothing while you go to board exams. So whatever we are giving, you must capitalize with that resources. Then and then, you can create your own goodwill. Okay? Not the monetary value, but obviously the word reputation. Is it clear? Let's start. First one, nature of business. How nature of business affect valuation of goodwill? How nature of business? Which kind of business you are doing? Say, nature of business, how it affects? Goodwill exists when a firm earns more profit than the expected profit, nominal profit. It earns profit due to high value added products. It has more profit margin due to stable sales, or it earns more profit due to some other reason. See, if you are doing that kind of business, nature of business, let's say having business of FMCG goods, shop, shampoo, and having some special matters in it. Special matters. At present, let's say, if we use a word that shampoo having characteristic of eliminate the dandruff, instant we have a particular thing in our mind. We have a particular thing in our mind, particular name. Let's say, if we are using a word of, say, fast food, pizza. When I'm just giving you a word, I'm damn sure you will have 2 or 3 particular brand name in your mind. Say, our cousin's marriage or something like that, a function, and we want to a male one, your father or your brother, or if you are a boy, you yourself want to go for an exclusive staged 3-piece suit. Obviously, again, you will have 1 or 2 brand name in your mind. It will not take 10 minutes to think. Yeah, it may take a lot of time to choose if you are in 2-3 options. But so many brands are there, you will have 1 or 2 names on the spot in your mind. Why? Because that brands create their own goodwill by doing that kind of business. Nature of business. You have some specific thing, then your business always enhance the valuation of your goodwill. Location of business. How location of business affects? Very, very simple. Very, very simple. If you are having, I'm giving an example. Don't relate it with practicals. Okay? Say if you are having a very good restaurant in your city. In your city, you are having a very good restaurant, but located in some odd area, undeveloped area, slums and unhygienic atmosphere and everything is there. What will happen? What will happen? What do you think? People will go there, heavy rush is there? Normally not. But in posh area, in luxurious area, if a small hotel is there, still people will prefer it, will go there. And obviously every time you have to wait for 10-15 minutes to take your lunch or dinner or snacks, whatever you want to. Location plays a very vital role for business, obviously. That too also, so it depends on the business, which type of business you are having. Okay? So if you are having the business in prime location, obviously the valuation of that business increases. Why is it so? Because due to that prime location, the profit, the turnover of the business increases. And as the turnover increases, normally profit also increases. And because profit increases, obviously the reputation increases. And when reputation enhances, that value of reputation only known as goodwill. So location of business plays a very big role in the business. Period of business. What do we mean? Since how long they are in this business? Means the firm, since how long? So many times, one of the best example, a very good brand, in their advertisement, they focused on this particular topic, and I liked it. Garment manufacturing company, very exclusive advertisement, sometimes emotional like marriage of daughter and all, sometimes connected with exclusiveness. But in any of the advertisement also, they focus at the end, they focus on a particular thing. The name of firm dash since 1925. Name of firm since 1925. Now, whenever an intellectual person, whenever a regular exclusive, because that brand is connected with it, person see that this one is in this business since 1925. Means they almost passed nearby 100 years, just 5 years, 4 years back. If they spend that many years in this business, they saw all the bearish and bullish trend. They passed through it. In bearish trend, no need to close down the business. They survived. In bullish trend, bearish means mandi, bullish means teji. In bullish trend, they develop their business. And so, still if they are consistently doing their business, obviously the reputation is very wrong. So people used to prefer that kind of matters. See, youngsters are different. They always want to do some experiments in majority of the cases. But otherwise, if I want to purchase a mobile, and if I ask you that I want to purchase a cell phone, please suggest me. First, you ask me, sir, what's your budget? I say a particular amount. On the spot, you give me 2, 3, 5 names which are very well known. See, we don't want to discuss the name at present, but you are going to give me 3, 4, 5 names only. Now, with that names, say sometimes even the model, I went to a huge mobile shop or an electronic showroom selling all that in a mall. I went there. Over there, I saw that you gave me 4 different names. But over there I saw say almost 20, 25 different companies mobile available out there. So I just giving you a call. I call you up. You give me X, Y, Z, 3 names, but here there are 15 different other companies mobile are available. Maybe with little bit less price. Now your answer may be, sir, don't go with that. It's a new one. Yeah, that's what the salesman said. Yeah, it's a new one. We don't know the experience of it. So better option, you purchased a proven one. And proven one always connected with period of business. Proven one means since long you are in this business and you proved your firm, your product as a stable, successful product. And when you can prove such things, obviously it will affect positively in the valuation of your goodwill. Market situation. You know that very well. If market situation is very bad, obviously the valuation of goodwill also may go down because the profit may go down. But at the same time, even the industry's normal profit also goes down. But if the market situation is very nice, at that time, naturally, you can enhance the reputation by doing fairly good business, by giving lots of different experimental things, experimental items. You can introduce such things in the market. See, for each and every topic in textbook, we may have 1 or 2 lines, but if we understand it in depth with some examples, obviously you can have that conceptual clarity, and if someone is going to ask you in theory, you can attempt it with ease, and so you can also increase your reputation. So market situation, if it is in your favor, always it will give you boosted loss. But if market situation is not in your favor, obviously sometimes it affects the valuation of goodwill negatively too. Efficiency of manager. So many times they ask a VSQ or even sometimes even MCQ on this basis. Efficiency of manager. What do you think? When the firm depends on the efficiency of manager, what about the goodwill? What about the goodwill of the firm? If you are an efficient manager, what about the goodwill of the firm? Obviously, normally it increases. Because an efficient manager, CEO, see, sometimes we used to heard such kind of news that CEO of XYZ company resigns and join this company, or CEO of this bank transfer or resigns and join this company or this bank, and within no time, means within the short time period, the value of both the institute differ. From where the efficient manager resigns, the value of that particular firm little bit comes down, and simultaneously the value of other firm where that efficient CEO joined enhances. Okay, so whenever efficiency of manager comes into picture, it's all depend on the individuality. It is a negative point also, because if your firm is purely dependent on your manager or 2-3 people only, kind of monopoly, in that case, if that people leave your firm, you have to make a big loss. So nowadays, majority of the firm not preferred to depend on one or two person, because they are having huge business. Anything happen to that person, anything, not necessarily managers, even maybe possible it is a matter of owner. But if the firm entirely depends on the owner only, and if due to any unavoidable circumstance, owner is not able to play important role, let's say owner met with an unfortunate accident, or let's say owner died due to a massive attack, then suddenly the graph of that company goes down. It's not fair. It happened in past. It happened in past with a steel manufacturing company. No need to discuss names over here. But with a steel manufacturing company, one of the owner, famous person, died in a helicopter crash incident. They are going from one unit to another unit in their own helicopter. Helicopter crashed. The owner and other 3-4 persons died on the spot. You may be surprised to know, within 6 to 8 months, not only the share prices, but the performance of that company going down and down drastically. So, efficiency of the manager is all a relative concept. If that person stays with you, your goodwill enhances. But it's a risky thing too, because if that person leaves your firm, and if you don't have proper backup, it will create a damage also. And the last one, that is other special benefits. Now what is other special benefits? See, a very good company, an Indian company, yeah, it's a listed company, I can say. Now as a person of commerce, you know that very well. What do we mean by listed company? Yeah, it is public company and the shares are available in the stock market, that is Bombay Stock Exchange, National Stock Exchange, BSE and NSE. Here we are going to discuss everything without the name. So don't ask anything about the name. But I know that it's a very good company. Why it's a very good company? See, it's a pharmaceutical company. What they are doing, their basic business is to produce pharmaceutical things. Medicines they are producing. But at the same time, what is their side business? Actually it becomes now, it's a main business. They used to spend a lot on research and development, R&D department. Finding so many formulas. If other small companies are finding such things, they used to purchase their patents. Again, it's an intangible asset. They used to purchase their patents. So at present it happened, that particular company is having so many, nearby 100 patents. Nearby 100 patents. So without the permission of that particular company, no other company can produce that medicine. Obviously it is patent act. So now what happened? That is what we said, other special benefit, like having special patent or copyright, or sometimes a unit having sales benefits, special economic zone, because tax relief and other things are there in that zone, and which increase your profit. So many special benefits are there, but one of the main is patent. One of the main is. So if the company is having that kind of patent or copyright or having other benefits, obviously that company's reputation increases because their profit also increases day by day. And when the reputation increases, the monetary value of that reputation is known as goodwill. So in this way, other special benefits, if the company is having, if the firm is having, if the business is having, in that case, it affects the valuation of goodwill. Is that clear? Nature of business, if firm is having special kind of business, obviously affect valuation. Location, in prime location, goodwill is more. In some odd location, it may affect negatively. Period of business, if you are having proven products, because you are in this business since long, obviously you create your own brand image, you create your own valuation, and so it affects your valuation of goodwill. Market situation, so many times it happens, market is in favor, sometimes it happens, market is having bearish trend, crises are there, so at that time also it affects the valuation of goodwill. Efficiency of manager, as I said, it's actually a positive point, but sometimes it's risky too. How is it? Very, very simple. If that efficient person leaves your business, then you have to be ready with the backup. If you are not, you have to lose money. You are maybe making loss or reduction in profit. That is also not good for the goodwill. But normally, if you are having efficient team, then always the valuation of goodwill of your firm increases day by day. See, a small but very important example of a particular exclusive cell phone. As usual, no need to say the name. But that cell phone, when we are just having the name of that cell phone, instantly we coordinate with a particular name of that owner. Unfortunately, the person who started that died before few years. But still, efficiency. But still, he was ready with such a great backup team. After his death, even the company is growing day by day, and having a special, in that particular segment, in that price range, a kind of monopolistic business that company is having in cell phone, in tablets, everywhere. You got the name, I know that. But that's what I want to say. See, what I personally believe, it is the goodwill. Without using name, we are just giving an example that cell phone is connected with the name. In the similar way, an MNC multinational company, a US based company, IT company, when we use the word of that particular company, automatically in back of the mind we are having a particular name of the owner, of the founder person. Okay? Indian company, huge oil and refinery business, one of the largest. Once we utter the name of that company, similar, parallel, we used to have the name of founder person, not founder person, but at present, the owner of that particular business. And that is the reputation. So, efficiency also makes a vital role. And other special benefits like having patents or some tax benefits from government or some government tender business, that they are preparing that kind of business, they are preparing that kind of items, having monopoly or support like that, that also includes in other special benefits. Okay? So obviously the valuation of such goodwill enhances so much. Any issues in factors? Sure, because after that we are not going to discuss any further things about pure theory. Then we are just going to start the practicals with a small understanding of necessities. why it is needed to decide, why it is needed to calculate value of goodwill. We'll discuss it in very short time period, say 5-10 minutes, and then we will switch over to different methods of calculating goodwill. So any problem in this really, just go through it, factors with some examples, note it down in your classwork, not to remember only title but the explanation too. Because we can ask any one particular factor as VSQ, very short question. And because we want to get full 100 out of 100 or full marks, obviously we cannot afford to lose even a single mark of very short question or multiple choice question. Clear? So before we start our practical questions, methods of mathematical calculation, just go through the theory and write it down in the book.